This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Let's add the data to the exact data. Right click on the discrete. So what it is showing? So we are having the data till 12th, 31st, 30th, 2023. Correct? So what is the scenario here? 1st May 2023 to 28th May 2023. So 28th is a scenario for a 28th, but now the date is 30th. I said to get based on your resolution date. Hmm. 30th. So as we are in the 30th, as we are in the October month, so we have to extract till October. So rolling 6 months of data based on the data available in this time period. So in the first scenario, what I said, 1st May 2023 to 30th May 2023. So when you move towards, so as I given the scenario initially 28th, now I change it to 30th. So when you move to the November month, obviously it has to show November month information as well. So as I said, there is a function today under the date. This is the today function. Let's check what today returns. Let's apply this, drag it to the sheet, right click on it, extract data, exact data, right click on discrete. Today's data is returning 30th October 2023. What is the requirement here? 1st May 2023 to 30th May 2023. So we have to go back to the 6 months.
We
First of
can
all,
use month, right? In the calculation field, month minus
we
say,
can use month,
5,
but
minus 5, yeah, something.
for example, after 6 months. So how to write the calculation now? So when you are writing, there are multiple approaches to take a solution. Okay. So let me take one solution. I'm going to take the today function. So from the today function, what I have to extract? I'm extracting month using the date trunk. Let's take direct function. Okay. What it returns? It returns today's data from the today function. From that it returns first day of this month. Correct? So let's add date add of obviously it returns 1st of October. Correct? So what do you want to get? I want to get minus 5 months. So when you get 1st of this month, obviously when you go back to the minus 5, it moves to the
Months back.
which month? 1st May 2023. Correct? So what I have to extract date add. Okay, so as per my understanding, what it has to return, it has to return exact data, right click discrete. So what it is returning, 5th of first, what is the 5th? May month first. Correct, it is returning 1st of May for all the days. So now what we have to get, we have to extract less than or equal to order date. Correct, so this is so I want the date range from when, 5th May of first 2023 to more than the dates of that one. But if you look at in our date range, we have 30th 12th 2023. So this is this month and year also satisfies this condition. So we have to add one more condition, and what is that condition we have to add? Order data must be less than or equal to day. So that what happens? We can able to extract lesser the dates of today, and which must be matched, which must be satisfied the above conditions. So if any date which is less than to this May 1st 2023 does not satisfy this condition. Correct. So obviously it fails, less than or equal to order date. Order date must be greater than from this date, 5th 1st 2023. Correct. Let's apply this. If you look at there are few months which satisfies this condition. If you look at 5th 1st 2023, remaining above all are the false conditions. After 30th October, so 31st October also false. Got it? So this is the way, one of the way we can write a calculation. So you can directly drag this calculation to the report. Moreover, it's a Boolean expression. You can directly filter the data for a true selection. So what happens? If you look at it results the range from 5th 1st 2023 to 30th October 2023. Got it? So this is the date ranges we can select based on, we can extract based on the requirement. Got it? So like this the way we can write the calculations. And the next is 28th April 2023. This is also dynamic. So when you select the 30th, obviously it returns from 30th of April 2023 to 30th of October 2023. So when you move to the 31st, it returns one day moves forward, 30th October plus one day. If we have uh, first of May onwards, let's write a calculation for this. Discrete, what is this? Last 6 months range. So for last 6 months range, again, how to write a calculation for that? Date add of month minus 5 comma today. Let's check what it results in output. Right click, exact data, right click, discrete. What it is returning? 30th May 2023. 30th May 2023. So what is my requirement? I have to extract 30th May. So for 6 months of data, what it returns? Hmm, October, right? October, previous month September, uh, August, mm, July, June, plus mm, April. Let's apply this. This is the filter selection, correct? So how we are filtering? Based on the today's data. So we are using 30th of October today. Okay. So if you add 6 months, if you go back to the 6 months of this data, obviously it returns a same data in the April, 30th of April. Correct. This is the date we want. So during this data, 30th of April 2023. So now how to write a calculation for this? How to write a calculation? From this data must be less than or equal to order data. If you run this, let's edit this, make a calculation for 2. Let's drag this to the filters and filter the data for true. So what it is returning? It is returning 30th April 2023 exactly. But if you look at it is returning till 28th 12th 3rd 12th 30th 2023. So it is showing November and December month data as well. So we don't want that. So what we have to do? We have to make a change in the logic. What is the logic change? And order data must be less than or equal to today. So we don't want to pass more than the dates of today. That's what we wrote this calculation. Yes. If you look at what was the date and selected, 4th, 30th of April 2023 to 30th of October 2023. This is a 6 months date range. So how it was calculated? Based on the today's date, 30th of October. If you go back 6 months back, what will be the date? 30th of April. Got it. So like this, the way we can able to write a calculation for scenario 2. So whereas comes to the scenario 3, what I have to extract now? For so last 6 months, we are in a 30th of October 2023. Correct? In every month, I have to get a 30th of till the data 30th October 2023. If you would have in the data 28th, 29th, 26th, obviously for remaining previous 6 months you have to extract till that data. As we are on 30th of October, it is when you move to the 1st of November, all the previous 6 months has to show only November 1st data when you are on a November 1st. When you are on November 2nd, in all the previous months you have to show only 1st and 2nd dates. When you are on the 3rd of November, all the previous months has to show only 3 dates. For May, it is May 1st, 2nd, 3rd. For June, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. July, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. August, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. September, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. And October, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So when you are moving to the November month, obviously there will be no May. You have to show only June month onwards. Correct. So let's write a calculation for this. Order data. Let's make it a discrete. Okay. What I want, first of all, I have to extract the last 6 months of data. Last 6 months. So I have to go back last sixth month. How to go back to last 6 month? First of all, I have to extract the date of current month. Correct? So what is the first date of current month? How to extract that? So when you are using the date part month under the data trunk, so with the today's function, obviously what it returns? It returns current month's first date. That is 1st of October. It was returned now. So from the 1st of October, what I have to extract? I have to add date add function. So how many months I have to go back? Minus 6. Minus 6 means what? Minus 6 means what? So you are going back to the current month is obviously 0. Obviously we have to go back to 5 so that sixth month get extracted. Okay. So this will be result like exact data. Right click. Let's make a discrete. 5th of I mean May 1st, 2023. What is the May 1st? May month, June, July, August, September, October. So 6 months of data we are showing here. Okay. We are able to extract. So it must be less than or equal to what range? Order data. This is a Boolean expression. Using this we can extract. Here one more thing we should understand. What we should understand here. So using the data like this we wrote. But there are we have the data till December. It is showing till December data. So it all the request had to satisfy the condition. What is that? Order data must be less than or equal to today. Correct? So let's drag it to the filters. Make a selection for true and apply this. If you look at you are extracting 5th first 2023 to 10th October. I mean October 30th 2023. Here, if you look at in the August, we have 31st of August. We don't want 31st of August, right? In the August month, it has to show less than or equal to 30th. So this is a moving day. So again, it has to satisfy one more condition. What is that? Day of order data must be less than or equal to day of today. 29th August. Earlier we have 30th August. So we don't have 30th of data for August. That is fine. But 31st should not show in my report. Yes, now 31st is not being shown in my report. Correct? So this is one of the way we can write calculations. But there are multiple approaches when you are writing. Got it? So how to write other approach for example, this one? Hmm? Give me one more example here. Let's take a scenario cases further here. So let's you have to write a scenario cases for this. Okay. So like this the way we can write a date calculations. So earlier I have given one scenario. I'm not sure whether did we wrote the calculation for that or not. So when I'm passing the sales, it has to pass the sales. Did we write the calculation for that? We wrote, I guess. Correct. Let's discuss about a few more things. Let's place category into the report, subcategory sales. Okay. So if you look at uh, so this is a highlight visualization. So what is a highlighter visualization? When you are selecting the highlighter, what it is showing? Moreover, to create a highlighter, how many measures it supports? So this highlight tables visualization supports for only one measure. If you are using the measure more than one measure, it does not support. Got it? It does not support. So like this the way it supports. So if you look at when you are selecting the highlighter, so the background of the measure cell is showing with the colors applied for that measure. So here by default Tableau performing and placing the measure into the colors section. So the background colors are applied like that. So this is the range of values. So when you select a category subcategory sales, what is a range? Range of aggregated measure for report level dimension. So range of aggregated measure for report level dimension, we have the range 8532 to 335768. Got it? So this is the range we have. Let's make a step colors, not even 5, so 3 will be good, so that it will be easy to understand your measures. It is easy to understand your measures with the background colors, so that you can easily understand whether sales part of which bucket, which performance bucket. If the background color of the measure is with a very huge intensity, so obviously it has a high performance, so you can remove this as well. Got it? So if you look at what was the mark type selected here, square. If you look at the size, nothing. Let's place sales again back to the labels. So when you select square, when you are placing the measure into the colors, so it is taking background color for that, correct? So let's try category, subcategory. Let's write a calculation field for this. I'm writing calculation with 0. Let's place this to the report. Okay, let's place again 0 to the report. Let's place 0 again to the report. Okay. Mm, okay, so here we have two measures. Okay, so what we have to do, two measure cards we have. Let's place let's change the mark type to square. Okay, so when you are changing it returns this one, so obviously let's dual axis this and make it synchronize axis. Okay, this is a square, so let's place sales into the colors. Let's place sales into the labels. Just I'm checking with the options whether it is possible to plot multiple measures into the report. So if you look at each measure will have one marks card, correct? So I'm trying in that way. So it's not a possible case, correct? So when you're placing the 0, obviously what happens? For that 0 only the square will be aligned. If you look at that's what all the squares are aligned at 0. Uh, let's do one thing. Let's remove this. Sales, sales. Let's duplicate this. We will access and synchronize the axis. Let's make a square. Let's make a square. So obviously, what is happening here? The squares are allocated at a specific mark label. For bookcases, here it is at this point. So like this, the way it is showing. So it is also not a possible case. Let's place other measure into the report and check. Hmm. Synchronize both the axes. Okay, so let's place sales into the colors. Let's apply the colors at the three levels. Here also let's apply the sales into the colors. But this entire thing is taking with a single square. So what we have to do? Let's make a change. So it's overlapping one another, and it is not able to plot properly. Okay, so something, try from your end. If you are able to plot more than one measure to create this highlight visualization, that will be very helpful. Okay, so there might be some workaround solutions. I'm not sure on that. I did not verify. Just I tried how it works, how it is working when I'm placing multiple measures with a dummy field and all. So when I tried, it is showing like this. So just you can have a look again, and you can try if you are can able to plot multiple measures into the highlight visualization. Okay, let's synchronize this axis. Okay, obviously, mm, not here. Sales into the columns, right click on it, dual axis. Let's make it a synchronize axis. Let's remove the labels. So you can use anything. But this, if you increase the size. Okay. So like this, when you are increasing the size is increasing and overlapping one on other. It is not restricted to the respective cell. So in this way, we cannot plot multiple measures into the. So we cannot plot multiple measures into this highlighter highlighted tables. Okay, this is just for example. So let's try from your end, plot a highlight visualization with multiple measures. So when you are, so what is the criteria, what is the use case when you are using the highlight table? The background of the cell is getting changed. So now if you are placing measures one by one based on the metric performance, if the background of the color for each cell independent to each measure can be able to show in a different color, that will be a wonderful visualization. So let's take that as a scenario case and do practice for that. Okay, so let's take two measures into the report, sales and profit. So as of now we have placed sales and profits into one shelf, either rows or columns or into the labels. Now we have placed sales profit into two cells, one into the column shelf and the second one profit into the rows. So when you are placing, what is happening, this is a y axis created for profit, x axis created for sales. So obviously by default it is showing one mark. When you are placing any, when you are not placing any measure, when you are not filtering any data, obviously this is a aggregated measure sales and aggregated measure profit of the entire business. So what in in my underlying data source, so what is the total sale amount I have in my entire business? What was the sale I made in the business? 23 lakhs 26,534. Where it comes to the profit, 2,92,297 is a profit value. So when you want to make a change this aggregation to any specific dimension level, you can place that dimension into the details. When you place that, it is not changing any mark. Everything will be shown in the circles only. So obviously category having three categories. So category 1, category 2, category 3. If you look at what we are able to understand here, you are able to understand two measure performances with a single mark. What is that single mark in the visualization? What is a single mark? This is one mark. It, each mark representing two measure performances. So in the right side, when it is at end stage, obviously what it means, it has high sales. But in the y-axis side, if it is in the corner of the y-axis, it is very top in the y-axis, then we can say it has highest profits. But if it is very near to the zero value of y-axis, means what? It is having a less profits. If you look at what is this product, furniture category is having the sales 7,54,748, but when you look at the profit of that one, it is just 90,730. If you look at this is a sale amount of office supplies 7,31,000, but the profit is also at that level, it is 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh. For this is it is more than the sale amount of office supplies. Got it. The sale amount is 8 lakh 39,000 83 lakhs 8 lakhs 39,893, whereas comes to profit 1 lakh 46,543. Like this the way you can able to plot dimensions multiple dimensional value with a single mark to analyze multiple measure performances. Okay, so this is the way. When you look at, when you are creating a scatter plot, by default it is changing mark type to shapes. So what is happening, you can place a category into the shapes. So what happens, each category will show with one shape. So obviously when you are placing the next measure into the any of the section in the report, what it returns, it it plots more number of marks based on the level of dimensions we have. So we have subcategory level dimension. Obviously subcategory 17 subcategories. My visualization has to plot 17 subcategories. If you look at based on the category having the shape, the relevant subcategories will be represented with the same shape. So this is a highlighter option. When you select this, based on your selections here, the same data get highlighted. When you select office supplies, so all the office supplies data get highlighted here. So if you look at what is having the highest sales and highest profits, this is the mark having highest sales and highest profits. 2 lakh 7,355 and profit is 31,426. So this is also having the highest sales, but the thing, the profit is very less compared with the binders. So why I'm saying profit is very less, because it is moving towards the origin of a profit. What is origin point? 0. So in the x-axis point it is high, but whereas comes to the y-axis point, at profit point it is moving down to the origin is 0. That's what I am saying this. So this duration, this one also very huge impact, because already the profits are very less, in which if a product having highest sales and having least profits, then no use, right? So comparing with the office supplies and subcategory storage, binders is having the good amount of profits and a good amount of sales as well. When you look at this one, the sales is very less, the profit is very high. What is that? Paper subcategory. Got it? So 79,541 is a sales. Almost it's half of the amount having the profit in this subcategory. Got it? So like this the way. So this is the one copiers which is having highest profit in the business. Accordingly, sales is very less. Got it? So like this the way you can able to analyze your metric performances. So when you place a subcategory into the colors, obviously what happens, all the subcategories will be shown in one color. I mean each subcategory will show with one color. So otherwise you can place category into the colors. So if you look at when you're placing category into the colors, what is happening? It is overwriting the existing column which presented in the colors section. Got it? So obviously category replaces the subcategory. Now category is having the sales, category having the colors. So like this, the highlighter. So this is the highlighter option. This is available for legends and shapes. So when you deselect, highlighter does not work. When you select this highlighter, the visualization get highlighted based on your selection from the legend. This is a shapes legend. So each shape will show with one color. Squares with one, plus with one, circles with one. You can able to edit the shapes as well. How to edit the shapes? So these are the category values. Select this drop down. So what do you want to apply for circles? If you want to apply fill the circle, if you can apply this. This is for shape. If you want to apply this, you can apply this. For technology, if you want to apply this, yes, you can apply this. Got it? Like this the way you can able to assign a colors and the shapes to your categories. Got it? What is this? This is a attack plot. What is this? Highlight table visualization. So you can try from your end how you are able to plot this highlight visualization with multiple